Timestamps for topics, spoilers, and corrections are in the description. Hello, and welcome to episode 47 of the Roll Jump Media Podcast. I am back with my co hosts, Jose and Luis. What's up, guys? It's after E3, first podcast back from E3. How has it been for y'all?
Hello, it's been good. Um, it feels like a long time has passed since E3. But uh, but yeah, pretty good. Um, I feel like E3 didn't last long enough. It was just like a blink. Um, but uh, but yeah, here we are, ready to talk about games again.
Cool.
Yes, good morning. The last Saturday of June.
Yup.
Um, yes, well, it's been what, like a week since A3? Um,
A
about.
little
Um,
bit more, yeah.
but yes, it's been good. There's a lot of games to look forward to, uh, and to think about considering like the draft.
Oh, true,
but
true.
but it's been good. It's been good.
Nice. Let me go ahead and post the notification that we started this podcast in our chat so that anybody who wants to join can join. Just one sec. Okay. All right. So speaking of the draft, that's going to be the first thing we're going to do today. But before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and run down what we're going to be talking about. We're, of course, going to be talking about our video game draft check in. After E3, this is going to be an interesting time to see what is going on, plus the games that have released. We're also going to be talking about what we've been playing, reviews for Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode Intermission, Mario Golf Super Rush, and Scarlet Nexus, as well as talk about our predictions before E3 and how we feel about them, the results of those predictions. So, pretty fun episode today. This is one of those rare ones that are interesting to look back on.
Yes.
Yes. So let's go ahead and transfer over to the draft, and we'll do a quick recap on what's happening here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go over the points. Let's see how I've been doing and how we've been doing. So let's see. For me, what released for me? Guilty Gear Strive did release. I thought I had something else as well. Oh, Ratchet and Clank. That's right.
The Chin Clank. Yeah.
Okay. So new releases for me were Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and Guilty Gear Strive. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart did receive an 88 on OpenCritic. So that got me quite a few points there. That's my highest reviewed game, right above Hitman 3. And then Guilty Gear Strive also did well, has an 85 on Metacritic. So quality choices, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And Jose, you're still sitting at 36 points. Nothing has released for you just yet, nothing new.
Mm-mm.
And Luis, nothing new released for you as well. You are sitting at 44. I'm sitting at 63 because of those two releases. So,
Hmm.
There's quite a few things that I'm need to change.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, for sure. We're gonna address that.
Yeah.
Let's see what's upcoming. So, the next game upcoming is Monster Hunter Stories 2, July 9th. I have that on my team. Luis, you have Neo, The World Ends With You coming out on the 27th of July. And then Jose has 12 Minutes coming out in August 19th. Kina also comes out on the 24th. Psychonauts on the 25th. Deathloop comes out September 14th. And the next solid release day we have is Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming out
November.
November 12th. Yeah. There's also Axiom Verge 2, Stray, and Solar Ash on the table that should be releasing this year. All right, so this is after E3. Do you guys have your teams in front of you, or do you have your teams in front of you to see where you're at?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, do you want to make any moves, any changes? If you do, just say so, and then I will start the process of how that would work.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to replace two. I have to replace Breath of the Wild 2
All
and
right.
Gotham Knights.
Okay. Luis, do you have
Yeah,
any
kind
that you
of.
want?
I want to make some moves.
All right.
God of War, Ragnarok. It's not coming out this year.
Right.
And so far, I think that's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Axiom Verge too. But I still, for sure, I wanna move God of War, Ragnarok, and I need to pick another counter pick as well.
Oh, right. And for me, let's see what I'm working with here. Yeah, the only one I want to replace is the one that's not releasing, which is Gran Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll address the counter pick towards the end. First, we'll see what changes we want towards the actual games. How this is going to work, this is how I would propose, is we do bids. So at the same time, we do not say what game we want to bid for. That way, if you just do $1 on a game and somebody else has that same one and they put a little bit more, then they get the game and you don't. So there's a little bit more tension as to
Right.
what's up for grabs. So we'll draft a game all at the same time,
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens from that process. So let's see how we can do this together. Let's see. So there should be an option for make a bid, I think is how you're going to go.
Right.
And then, are you guys seeing the stream? Because the screen is popping up on my on the stream.
No,
You have your
let
own.
me pull it up.
Oh, actually, first we should drop the games. So if you want to drop a game, drop it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing we should do. So for me, I'm going to drop Gran Turismo.
Where do you go to drop it again?
It says drop a game.
Yeah, under player actions.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, so go ahead and drop the game or games you guys want to drop. Remember, there's no guarantees you're going to get your game based on how we're going to do this. So if you want to hang on to it, that's fine. But you have to, I think it doesn't process if you don't have space. So I thought it was a good idea to drop first. All right, so once you have those drops processed, we can go ahead and do bids.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, it's not letting me.
it doesn't let you drop.
Mm-mm.
Let's see what I
You
can
put in
do
like a
here.
request, no?
Yeah, because I put in a Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. Because it says,
Okay.
warning, you have already filled all of your game slots. You can still make bids, but you must drop a game before bids are processed, or the bid will not succeed. I mean, I
Yeah.
already put in my request to drop the games, right?
Right.
So they should be processed later.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, bid time.
I'm scared.
All right. So, put your put your game that you want. Actually, do you have a game in mind that you want to draft first? Do we need time to think?
Hmm.
Because I do have some. I did get some games from. I forget what source it was. Let me see. I did get a list of games that were new. Do you want me to run through those to refresh your memory, or?
Yeah, please. We're not we're not doing remakes or any of that, right? Or
Right.
no?
So
That was a rule.
actually,
Okay.
remakes
Yeah.
are okay. Remasters
Okay.
aren't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I did get games from an article called, let's see, E3 2021 News and Everything Announced, all the new games and gameplay from IGN by Kevin Lee. And here's a list I put together. It is not comprehensive, it was just the stuff that stood out to me. So we have Metroid Dread, WarioWare, Get It Together, Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not sure if all these games are releasing in 2021, but I just kind of just threw them on here.
Mhm.
Strangers in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. I don't think it's releasing this year, but it's a new game. Stalker 2, Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't know if that counts as a remake or not, but that's a thing.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 5, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, probably not releasing this year. Rocksmith Plus, Riders Republic. We got no information on that. Far Cry 6, Origami 2, Metal Slug Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Salt and Sacrifice, Two Point Campus, Payday 3, Gungrave, Painkiller, Anacrusis, Blood Hunt, Sky Children of Light, Planet of Lana, Evil Dead Replaced, just to name some of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, last two were the last three were Planet of Lana, Evil Dead, and Replaced. I kind of ran through that pretty quickly. So, do you guys have an idea of what you want to draft?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do.
All right. I do as well.
Oof.
Oh, make sure you know how much of your bad budget is. So you and Luis have $96. I have 94. So do with that as you think is fits.
Okay. Ugh.
Okay. Do you have your game selected? No.
Not yet. I mean,
Okay.
I know which ones I want, but
Okay.
too
We're gonna
much
do one game
pressure.
at a time. So once you have yours selected and you have the bid amount, we're gonna be placing bids at the same time.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I have mine in mind. Should I place bid already or
No,
do I
we're
wait?
gonna we're gonna be placing bids at the same time. We'll click the button at the same time.
Okay.
So you got yours.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Clarification. Uh, oh shoot, I lost it. So like the monkey ball thing, Banana Mania.
Yeah,
Is that considered a new game
no,
or is it just remastered
it's a collection, which is kind of like
a
a
collection?
yeah. There's nothing
Okay.
new, just a collection. So
How about what's that other one? Advance Wars
Advance Wars is
Reboot Camp.
also a that would be like a remaster. So no.
Okay. And okay, I think that's it. Yeah, because
All right.
the Ace Attorneys, those are new games, right? They're not like ports or anything.
The AC Tourney ones
Uh,
that got announced were already out in Japan, so that doesn't count as well.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm, I'm scared. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
you ready?
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh
Let
shoot! Wait.
us. Oh.
Like,
I lost it. Where is it? Um,
Jose, are you flustered?
a little, but I'm trying. Okay. 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 I'm ready to go.
Okay. So everybody has their bid amount filled in. You just have to push place bid, right?
right.
Okay, ready? One on. It's gonna be one, two, three, place bid. Okay, so one, two, three, do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. One, two, three, place bid. All right.
Okay.
I do not know how to check bids. Let's see. Let us see what we did here.
My current bids.
Well, I can see my bids.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if I can see everybody's bids. You know what? We're big people. We're adults. Let's just say what you bid it on. So I'll go
Okay.
first. I'll go first, and
Okay.
then, or should we go alphabetical order just to keep it neutral?
Um.
Jose, Luis, and me.
Okay. I bid. I bid it. I bought for WarioWare
Oh.
at with $55.
Oh,
What?
dang. Okay.
Why
I don't
so
know.
much?
I thought everyone. I thought Luis would be going for that one too. So I'm like,
I see. I see.
um. So yeah, that was my bid.
Okay.
Well, you did exactly correct because nice. I didn't choose that. I chose Forza.
Oh,
Forza
Forza.
Horizons.
Forza's
dang.
coming
That's
out
a
this year.
good pick, man.
Forza Horizon for 3.
For $3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Luisi sold. I
Wait,
bid.
wait,
I
did you
bid.
dread?
What do you think I did?
You did
Metroid
dread.
Dread?
Metroid Dread 80. I
Ooh.
put 80 on Metroid Dread because I thought
Right? Like
Luis
you
would go
think
after
everyone's
it.
gonna go for the game, and so you bid a lot of money. And
Yeah.
we have Luis over here bidding $3.
All right. So, yep. So Luis is going to get Forza Horizon 5, which is freaking fantastic. That's such a good play. WarioWare for Jose. That could,
Hmm.
I think that's going to be a decent, if not really good choice.
We'll see.
Yeah. I want to go
Hopefully it
really good.
is.
I'm gonna say good. It's gonna be a good choice for you. And then
We shall see.
for me, I think Metroid Dread might get the same score as WarioWare is a thing.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, can't say that emotions didn't influence my choice there. All right, so I'm good for my moves now. So if anybody else wants to make a move still, then you can make a move. Um, let's see.
Yeah. I need to make another bid.
Okay. So Jose's making a bid. Should we keep it a secret if we're making bids or not? If somebody else is doing it, or is that too much pressure?
Mm,
I don't mind. I don't.
I don't mind if we just say no, we're not going to make bids,
Oh,
right.
but I don't
I'm
know.
making a
What do
bid
you what do
because
you
I
think?
have to.
Keep it a mystery?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Or like say it.
Say what you say. The intention would be nice.
Yeah, I think we should say it.
Okay, so Jose's making a bid. I'm not gonna make a bid, so not today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a bid either.
Okay, cool. All right, Jose. So that's gonna be all you. What are you thinking?
Hmm, I don't know. 'Cause I was thinking of Life is Strange. True Colors,
Oh, that's a pretty. I don't. Yeah.
but I know like I was looking at the past games and what how critics received them, and they have they have like the overall score for the complete season, but then they also score each episode.
Oh.
So I don't know how that would work.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just want to avoid all that hassle.
Mhm.
Um,
I can research if True Colors is going to be episodic. I'm not sure. Let's see.
oh, I don't even know. I just
Is
assumed.
True Colors
Mm,
episodic? Uh, okay, so the sixth access on Google, they said True Colors will not be episodic. So it's going to be a full game right off the bat.
oh snap! So I don't know. I'm leaning towards that one. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just skimming through the rest and seeing what looks good.
All right. You can make the bid on your own if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
actually, oh, go ahead.
like what do you mean? Like from my menu?
Yeah, like not on the podcast, but
Oh, okay, okay.
the issue is that Luis needs to counterpick. So
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
Uh,
Actually,
I
we
don't
can
know,
we can even
guys.
we can even postpone the counterpick. Are you okay with that, Luis? Once he has his choice.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so we'll do that tentatively
Yeah,
next
cause
week.
yeah, I don't want to consume time.
All right, for sure. Sounds good. All right, we're making moves, man. Good stuff. Let us switch over to the main podcast. Okay, we are back. We have been going for 24 minutes and we're aiming for 12. So we got a little over an hour. Let's keep what we've been playing kind of brief so that we can get through the reviews and also our bets. So just surface level what you've been playing and your quick thought on it so we can keep going.
All right, so I'll go first.
Hmm.
And so really quick on my 2DS, I've been playing WarioWare Gold on the 2DS. It's pretty good. I wanted to try WarioWare, uh, uh, and I didn't know a new one was coming out. So, but I just wanted to try one. It's pretty fun. It's a lot of micro games,
Yeah,
and it uses like the 2DS abilities, like the touch screen and the gyro controls for the different micro games. Really cool. Um, and then for the PS5, some Apex here and there, some Spider-Man remastered DLC here and there.
nice.
Um, but yeah, I've been sort of like I haven't really touched my PS5 much these past weeks. And then on the Switch, I'm playing, or well, I started playing the. I started playing. What's it called? Captain Toad. Yeah, Captain Toad. Treasure Hunter. What's it called?
Treasure tracker.
Treasure Tracker. There you go. Um, yeah, really fun game as well. Really quick too. It's a really quick play. I think I already passed it. Well, there's some things that I still need to get, but overall, I it's pretty much done. Really fun. Really, it's just a chill game. Uh, and then I also started playing the Age of Calamity DLC. Um, More of the same thing. Again, it's just killing enemies. Again, just fun. I'm sort of like playing those types of games right now where you just there's like no story or real story behind them. It's just you know just having fun. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I've been playing.
nice, nice. Um, Jose sounded distant, if I wasn't mistaken. Is he? You ready, Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was muted.
No problem.
um. So for me, I've been playing Pokemon Snap. That's pretty much all I've been playing all this time. The thing is, I've already passed the game, but I just I'm like a completionist, so I want to get like everything. I want to unlock everything, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a process. But yeah, I've been having fun with that. Um, I don't know. It's just a really fun, chill game, uh, and yeah, I've been enjoying that. But yeah, hopefully I'll pass it soon, and I'll be able to play other games as well. I really want to play Hades, but yeah, that's coming up soon. Um, but yeah, that's been pretty much it for me.
Cool. And I'm following a similar trend to y'all because I did kind of pump the brakes a little on Mass Effect. I haven't been playing it as much as I was earlier. Two games that I have been jumping into, Apex and Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And Luis kind of hit it with games that don't really have a story, and you just kind of just go in and just have fun. That's just been, I don't know why it's just been scratching an itch for some reason, those kind of games, like across the board, it seems like. So
Right.
interesting stuff, man. I'm waiting. I really hope Mass Effect 3 multiplayer comes to current gen because, or PS4, PS5, because there's some like technical improvements that would really make the game even more enjoyable. So, yeah. Um, I have been playing Resident Evil 2. I believe I didn't really talk about it. Have I talked about Resident Evil 2 on the podcast before? Do you?
Mm, I don't. I
I don't
don't think so.
recall.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't recall
Yeah,
either.
No.
yeah. To so I pretty sure I played Resident Evil 2 between last podcast and this podcast. And yeah, I did. And how it is I think that Resident Evil 2 is, I'm gonna say it's better than RE3 remake. Of course, RE3 remake introduced me to this too. Was it like a big influence on me enjoying Resident Evil as a whole? But RE2 is more of a I would say a more quality game. There's more more compelling environments, like the dread that you feel going through. RPD and all that good stuff. I just think it's a more quality game, so definitely a goatee worthy like it was in
Right.
2019. Yeah. All right. So that's gonna do it for what we've been playing. Kind of had to rush through that to get to the other topics. So let's go ahead and get to these reviews. So there's been some pretty big games that have been coming out, and I have three on the docket for us to address. So let's go ahead and do that. The first one, Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode Intermission Reviews. This it has an 83 on Metacritic, and this is some of the excerpts that I chose from different outlets. First one from PS Universe, PlayStation Universe, gave it an 85. Little gets in the little gets in the way of Yuffie's debut to the Final Fantasy VII Remake project. Despite her one-dimensional companion, she takes the foreground and never lets it go. Thrilling enhancements to combat and interesting narrative twists and connections make Intermission worth playing. The second one I have is from Screen Rant. They give it an 80. Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission doesn't shy away from its nature as a side story, and as a result, it spends most of its time embracing the new characters and their experiences rather than trying to shoehorn them into the main narrative. While that might make Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC feel less important as a result, it also results in a tight, fun experience that remake DLC, a tight, fun experience that doesn't take long to complete and firmly establishes another engrossing character in a Final Fantasy VII Remake universe that has shown time and time again it is capable of creating stars. And the last one I have is from the Noisy Pixel. They gave it a 75. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission is a must-play for those jumping off from the base game solely to introduce Yuffie and other assuredly key elements and characters. Gameplay-wise, there's an enjoyable depth to the battle system with better use of the environment. Still, the poor difficulty balance and forgettable supporting cast weigh heavily on the experience throughout. You'll ultimately buy it for a few extra hours in Midgar, but stay to hang out with Yuffie as we inch closer to part 2 of this remake effort. All right, so that was quite a bit of a mouthful, but that's episode Intermission. Um, Good reviews overall in the 80s. I did really very much enjoy myself playing this through it myself. And how do you guys feel about the Final Fantasy Remake or this specific episode in particular?
For me, I think it's really cool. That they added more, or they're giving the players more content. Um, but yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, how was it? Like, was it like a quick like playthrough?
Yeah, so it was quick. I took me, if I recall correctly, 5 hours about to play it. It did cost $20. At first, I was like, man, that's kind of a that's kind of a not a cheap price. It's pretty expensive.
Right.
But I do believe fully that they did add enough or more than enough to justify that price tag. Like, there's a whole new mini game that's not in the main Final Fantasy remake game that is really enjoyable, like really fun, even if you're not attached to it. Yuffie is a delight to just see. Like, she's a straight up awesome, man. Like, what I liked about her in the original is just expounded upon so much with these new graphics and 3D animation and all that good stuff. She's amazing, and I think the combat has a lot of changes to it, to where not a lot but significant changes that make it different and also enjoyable in a different way. So definitely really cool DLC.
So it's more of Final Fantasy VII, basically remake.
Yeah, yeah, and the environments are pretty much the same. Like, you get to explore one of the earlier areas in the action in remake, but they do make changes because it takes place in a different time in the story. So it's still cool to explore. And the second area is also a an environment you're used to if you played the original or the remake.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts. Like, it's it's cool. It's nice that they created more content for
Hmm.
fans. Um, and it makes me think like if they're gonna release more later on. Um,
Hmm.
but
Yeah. Yeah, man. If you like Final Fantasy, if you like JRPGs, man, this remake and this episode is like above and beyond what anybody could ask for. Like, no joke. I think it's amazing. Shall we move on to Mario Golf Super Rush? Any thoughts before we move on?
Let's move on.
All right. Mario Golf Super Rush review roundup. So Mario Golf has I don't know why this score made me laugh. 75 on Metacritic. I feel like it's just an expected score.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Mario sports games they have released like on Switch, they've been pretty like average. Like they're not bad. They're they're good. They're fun, but
Hmm.
it's nothing like that changes the game um, or anything like that. So I also was expecting something similar. Like an average score. Um, but so yeah, for me, it's not that surprising, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much from Mario Golf. So
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I noticed right off the bat, I saw on Twitter people comparing like the original, or I think it was like I don't know for what console it was, GameCube. Um, like with all the environments and like all these
Mm.
colorful, cartoonish environments, and then this one, I think they're going for a more clean. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I think it kind of stripped away all of the colorfulness, I guess. I suppose that the GameCube version had, the GameCube game had. Um, and so I don't know. I don't know if that was part of the criticism or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I really wasn't expecting much. No offense.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So let's go ahead and get into the reviews so we can see what kind of criticisms the outlets did have. So, first review I have from Game Informer, they gave it an 83. They said, despite the overwhelming nature of the story mode, despite the underwhelming nature of the story mode, Mario Golf Super Rush delivers plenty of golfing greatness. With a strong foundation and multiple fun avenues of play, Mario Golf Super Rush carries on the long-standing tradition of Nintendo sports games by being a good time regardless of your fandom of the actual sport. The other review I have is from Nintendo Insider. They gave it an 80. Reflecting on my time with Mario Golf Super Rush is hard. Reflecting on my time with Mario Golf Super Rush, it's hard not to draw comparisons with 2018's Mario Tennis Aces. Just like that game, the story mode once again lacks punch, leaving little outside online to keep lone players occupied. That being said, new modes Speed Golf and Battle Golf are fantastic additions, and the mechanics at play continue the series' trend of offering an accessible and highly satisfying golfing experience. Get some friends together, and Mario Golf Super Rush is a hole in one. And the last review I have is from Nintendo Life. They gave it a 70. Mario Golf Super Rush is a game that in many respects hits its marks. Golf Adventure has plenty of charm and offers a fun way to learn various mechanics and unlock courses. Away from that solo endeavor, there are decent options and customization for multiplayer games, local or online, button controls, or motion-based swinging. It's not a premium effort, however, with a nagging feeling of corners cut and at times an absence of creativity. However, many players should get a good amount of fun out of this one, both solo and with friends. This ain't the Masters, but for Mario Golf fans, it's a solid par. So yeah, more of what we kind of expected, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, these games are usually like fun. It's a game that you can get gather with friends and play it, and I'm sure it's fun to do so. But again, like I said, nothing too like out of this world or extraordinary or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that I don't think there's much else to say. So, shall we move on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right, cool. So this last game, I still have it in the wrapping. I haven't actually popped it open just yet. Scarlet Nexus review roundup. Scarlet Nexus has an 80 on Metacritic, and this is what some of the outlets had to say. This is from Shindig. They gave it a 90. Scarlet Nexus reminds me a little of the Caligula effect, in a way. Not in theme or style, but in tone, in energy, and the way it uses the JRPG format to go down some fascinating, thought provoking paths. But where such games are not unusual from smaller developers, Wait, but where such games are not unusual from smaller developers, it's a rare joy to see a publisher like Bandai Namco take the same risks and to see those experimental ideas get the budget they need to truly shine. In a world where the punk suffix is often just a shallow aesthetic choice, Scarlet Nexus truly lives up to its brain punk vision. The second review I have is from the Easy Allies. They gave it an 80. They said Scarlet Nexus more than delivers on the action with its impressive combat system, which alone almost makes it worth the price of admission. Surrounded by an intriguing world and strong cast of characters, it has the makings of a solid new series for Bandai Namco, though exploration leaves something to be desired. Offering up two similar campaigns might seem like a huge misstep, but completing either protagonist's story provides a satisfying narrative and conclusion on its own, and the intimidating task of a second playthrough is tempered by the inclusion of New Game Plus. At the end of this journey, we're left we're left fulfilled, but strangely still yearning for more, wondering at the possibilities the future might hold for this striking new endeavor. And the last review I have is a shorter one from Gaming Volt. They gave it a 70, and they said Scarlet Nexus lives and dies by its combat, which is a good thing because the combat is great. It's fast, frantic, consistently enjoyable, grows progressively more complex, and feels surprisingly strategic on a very fundamental level. But in most other ways, the game fails to live up to its potential, most notably in how it fails to do justice to a good setting and solid world building with uninteresting characters, a mindless narrative, and deeply flawed storytelling. Whew. All right, so people seem to have a range of different viewpoints, particularly for the story. So it's probably going to come down to preference. If you like JRPG like storytelling, it seems like.
Right. Um. Yeah. So this game, I remember like I was really interested in it. I mean, I still kind of am. It looks really cool. Um. But um, I know I know you played the demo, right?
Yes.
And I think you did buy the game as well, right? Have
Oh,
you played
definitely.
anything?
The full game I have not played yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So like,
Um, yeah.
how do you feel about the story?
Um, the only thing I'm not thrilled about is that it seems like a lot of the storytelling is being done through not actual like rendered cutscenes where characters are moving in real time. It's like slideshows in a way,
Mm,
and I think that's going to be a big. substantial drawback for the game. But I also hear that you can, between missions, you can go and talk to your squad mates and give them gifts and increase their bonds, which is very Persona-esque. So I think for me, that more than makes up for that kind of storytelling that you'll come across. So I'm excited for the story. And I hear that there's turns and twists that keep it interesting. Yeah, it's a net positive.
Right.
Yeah. And the combat, dude, almost everybody seems to love the combat.
You're big on that too, no?
Woo-hoo, yes! Yeah, boy. Combat hits. Yeah, excited. All right, so those are the reviews. You guys ready to to see the um our predictions and see how we did for
Oh boy.
E3?
Embarrassing. Cringe warning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, how about we run through? Actually, no. Yeah, we'll just do the predictions. We'll do the predictions. So, let me pull that up. All right. We have quite a few predictions to go through. Let's go ahead and just go through them. First one, Jose, he's the one that came out swinging first. He said Resident Evil Village DLC was going to show up. Like we were going to. I don't know the details about what he said. I kind of ran through all of our predictions pretty quickly, but Resident Evil Village DLC was Jose's prediction, and he was right.
It was kind of right, yeah.
Yeah.
The What was it? Due to popular demand,
Yeah.
we're getting DLC.
Mm-hmm. So that's a
That was
W.
such lame. That was dumb. I think.
Man,
Like I feel like it was obvious that we're gonna work on DLC. Um,
we he gets a point for that, man. He gets a point.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do calculations
true,
so we can
true.
see who won.
Who got more?
Yeah. All right. Next one, Luis. You said that Mario and Rabbids was going to show up. Show
Hmm.
up at E3. We're going to. I don't know the details, but that was your bet, Mario plus Rabbids, and you had receipts to say that. And I think it was like a Twitter like description or something that you brought up.
Well, I think it was like
Yeah, the Twitter that they opened like a Twitter like a while back, and then they
Hmm.
like sort of like took or I don't know if they deleted it or they like hid it, but yeah.
So yeah, 2 for 2, 2 for 2. Level-headed betters here, predictionists.
Hmm.
All right, now it's me to ruin the trend. I went into detail about what kind of Metroid Prime 4 trailer we were going to get, and we instead got Shinya Takahashi saying they are hard at work on Metroid Prime 4. We did not, in fact, get a Metroid Prime 4 trailer. So that's how that went.
rip.
Rip. Okay. Uh, Jose. Jose believed that Breath of the Wild 2 was going to get pushed back. He said that we
That's
were going
right.
to see. He mentioned a new trailer that they would reveal something new about the game. He wasn't too sure about seeing gameplay, and was he put out the March 2022 release date as a possibility.
Mhm. So I was kind of on the money, to be honest.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's
We did
crazy.
get a bit of a new trailer. We did get new gameplay, but I mean, it's like what 10 seconds of new gameplay. um, but yeah, put the point down for me.
Put the point down. You get a point for that. All right, Luis. Luis said that there would be an announcement of the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD ports.
Clown.
Well, that did not come to fruition.
Yeah. Especially when Anuma said like they had no plans to release other games this year.
Hmm.
Uh, very sad.
Dang.
But hopefully it still comes later on.
Yep. All right. Will I get points this time? Let's see. I said that xCloud would release alongside Psychonauts 2. So xCloud being able to play games on PC. PC is what I was hoping for. So we did not see that with Xbox. They're still working on it, so I do not get any points there. Next,
I don't think they even mentioned Nexus, right?
I don't think they did. It was like Game Pass. Game Pass. You want from Game Pass with your Game Pass?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next prediction came from Jose, and he said there would be a new Rayman game announced.
Biggest snub.
Snubbed.
Poor guy.
All right. So Luis here, his next prediction was we're gonna see some kind of Metroid this year. Metroid Prime 4 he threw out, 2D Metroid he threw out.
Yeah, I feel like that was a safe bet.
Way too
Not
vague.
specific. Yeah, I didn't take a risk there.
Should we do half a point there?
Yeah, I think you should.
All right, we'll give you half a point for that one. But Luis, I will give you this. You believed, sir.
Yes.
You believed in Metroid, and I give you additional brownie points for that. All right, it was my turn next, and will I get points this time? Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be revealed to be coming out in
Bruh.
2022. The it will be a female main character, and she will be a Spellblade. L.
Ew.
L.
L.
Hold this L, please.
We did not freaking Monolith Soft did not show up at all. So that's how
They
that
are
went.
working in Breath of
Hmm.
the Wild too, I think. So they did
True.
show up.
Indirectly. It ain't right.
Yeah, but no Xenoblade goodness.
Yes. All right. So this was an aside bet from Jose. We are not going to count it, but he did share his thoughts about this. Xenoblade X port announced, revealed this year, and he also said Xenoblade 3 was going to be said like it was in development and it would come out the next year or the year after, something like that.
And we didn't get any of that.
Yeah. I don't know if you had your 2 cents on that as well, Luis. I know that you were a Xenoblade Chronicles X supporter as well.
Yes. I think I did make like a prediction about that. I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe not.
yeah, I didn't
No, I
catch
think it was like
shit.
yeah, I think it was like on the bingo, like the E3 bingo we did
Mhm.
later on. But yeah,
All right. So Jose's next official prediction was the Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to be talked about. It'll be both in the Direct and the Treehouse.
Clown. Yeah, I mean, surprisingly so. They didn't mention any of that either. So I'm not sure if their Pokemon is planning to do something separately. I think that's why it's funny because I predicted that in our podcast. Um, but then when we did our bingo, because we did our bingo cards later on, I
Yeah.
omitted anything Pokemon related because I thought about it. Like, okay. Uh, but yeah, um, I had my clown makeup and outfit that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next bet from Louise. New Donkey Kong game tease.
Do, 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 do,
Oh man. Hey,
Yep.
before we talk about Donkey Kong, let me go ahead and exacerbate the clownliness for the one time with my bet.
Oh,
Mario Cross Donkey Kong Odyssey
turn that
kind.
circus music on now.
It's time. Odyssey style. It was gonna happen. They were gonna show it to us.
L.
Yep. Yep.
My name is Luis from now on because you're holding the L.
So yeah, how do you feel about the no Donkey Kong? Um,
I mean, we got a monkey in Monkey Ball,
oh, we got baited though.
baited,
Baited.
debated. Uh, well, yeah, I mean, disappointing a little bit, like because that was like a huge rumor going around, and it would have been cool. And we haven't had Donkey Kong in like forever, so I was really hopeful, man. Um,
Yeah.
but who knows? Maybe they are working on it, but maybe they weren't ready to show it this time. Um, maybe along the way we'll see it.
Yeah. And no Mario platforming in the direct as well.
No,
So,
good.
all right. Next prediction from Jose. We were gonna see they were gonna talk about Bayonetta 3. They were gonna address how it's going, and uh, he brought up a trailer, like a trailer getting shown.
Nope. They said not today.
Yeah, no Bayonetta 3. We have Babylon's Fall instead to look forward to.
Yeah.
I need to make a bid on that. Damn.
All right. Luis, he bets there would be a Fire Emblem tease, and it would maybe come out next year.
I mean, I'm kind of glad we didn't get Fire Emblem,
True.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they worked on what they work on WarioWare intelligent systems.
Are they intelligent?
Yeah, I think they worked on WarioWare.
Oh, okay. Okay. How y'all feeling about WarioWare? Have you since E3? Like, have you cooled down on it? Has it been like or has it been more hype? Middling still?
To me, I mean, again, my first WarioWare that I played was Gold, um, on the 3D, 2DS or 3DS, I guess. And like I was saying, like it uses like the different, uh, what's it called, the different features, right? Thank you. Features of like the 2DS or the 3DS. Like there's micro games that uses the buttons, right? That you have to press like a button at a certain time or like really quickly. Then there's other micro games that use the motion control, like the gyro controls, where you have to like move your 2DS to the right or to the left or whatever. And then there's the touch micro games where you touch your screen. You have to like poke something in less than, I don't know, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or slash something So that's really cool. I like that they incorporated that, and I know that like on the Wii they also did the same thing, and with the motion controls, where you had to do certain things, and it used the feature of the Wii and the motion controls. Um, but this one, when I saw it, it looks like it's not gonna use uh, those types of things like the like the Joy-Con um, controllers and that stuff. But it is cool to see that you actually control a character now, like the characters from the games,
Oh,
and you can actually participate in the micro games as the character. Something that in WarioWare Gold you can't do. It's just they're sort of like the ones giving you the micro games. Um,
I see.
so to me, I think it's I want to try it. Yeah, um, it looks fun, uh, but it's nothing like uh, I don't know. It's something like too crazy for me.
Yeah. Any additional thoughts about WarioWare before we move on with the bets?
Um, well, I mean, I always think it's nice to see like some of these franchises continue. Um, so I guess in that sense, I'm happy to see it being released. Like it wasn't something that like Nintendo decided to try out and oh, okay, great, and then moving on. It's a franchise that they're consistently working on. So that's always good, especially considering Nintendo likes to just abandon franchises. What's Pikmin 4, Nintendo? Um,
Oof.
but uh, but yeah, it's nice. I don't know. I feel like Nintendo is really good with like mini games, or like games that focus on those type of like party mini games.
Yeah.
This is going to be a co-op game, um, so I'm looking forward to those. Those are always fun. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just that's more variety to more options for players, and that's always
Hmm.
a good thing.
Right. Um, WarioWare's probably going to be one where I'd have to get peer pressured into getting it so we can play together or something. I'm not too hot on it, but yeah, sure. I hope people that are like in it for day one do enjoy it because WarioWare is a quality. It's quality. Like if you're into it and it's something you like, then there's not much in that same like what do you call it genre that does it better than
Hmm.
WarioWare. Okay, so these next predictions, I'm just gonna go ahead and rapid fire elves out to everybody. Smash.
El- Emperor Winfrey over here.
Yeah. So Dante and Smash, that was my prediction. L. Uh, Luis, you believed it was going to be a Sonic character, and at the end, after a little bit of pressure from me, you said you settled on Tails. L.
Yeah,
Um, Jose said he's still waiting on Jill Valentine. L.
big
And
L.
and he did bring up Monster Hunter as like what we thought about that being a possibility, and we were kind of like not too optimistic about that being a thing. So
Ale for even having that discussion.
yeah, so there's the L's for everybody there. Let's see. Um, we were kind of wrapping up towards the end, and Jose brought up Switch Pro, and he says that he hopes that it would happen.
Ale.
Yeah, did not happen during E3. Um, okay, so Luis, he shared his some of his final predictions. Kid Icarus related stuff. Any
L.
something Kid Icarus related. L. And Kirby game announced.
L.
L. And Jose, he threw out Pikmin 4, and that is
Sad
our
Ale.
that is our ultimate Not ultimate, but that is our final L for our predictions. So, Jose ended up being the winner since Luis got that half a point for the fairly weak Metroid bet. He comes out victorious as the
Yay.
E3 predictionist. So congratulations to Jose.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats, Jose.
2 W's for Jose, 1.5 for Luis, and absolutely none for me. Feels bad for me.
You got Metroid Dread though. That's a W though.
Dude, heck yeah. That is this prediction stuff is oh man. It's just fun to be a part of. It's super fun. How much time we have left? We have 11:35. What should we do? What should we do?
Let's talk.
We
Let's talk
yeah.
about our highlights from E3. Like, what was your biggest highlight?
E3 highlights. Let's see.
Like maybe like your biggest highlight. I don't know.
Yeah,
We could do that.
yeah, we can do that. Metro Dread, of course. That's pretty much a given if anybody that knows me
Right.
and knows about my video game habits. Let's see. What else was cool? It's hard. It's hard to else. What else is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, you guys have something before? Oh! Final Fantasy Origins.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos. Like,
Chaos.
I'm
I
here to kill chaos.
I know it looked kind of whack in the how it was presented, but if you're fortunate enough to have a PS5 and able to play the demo, it was a pleasant surprise to be able to play something that was shown. So, good stuff.
Have you tried the demo?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hmm.
Hmm. You should give it a try. It's really it's pretty difficult.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty difficult stuff. But it's like a Souls Neo
So
vibes.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I did like a top 5 of my like biggest surprises.
Oh yeah?
Um. Yeah. Um. Like just thinking about them. Let me see if I can remember them.
Okay.
Um. Well, yeah. So like Metroid Dread. Um. I mean, that was so unexpected. I was expecting a 2D Metroid, but I was sort of like expecting. I was leaning more towards like a remake. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, a remake or a master for like Fusion or something like that. Um. And then when I saw Metroid 5 and then Dread, all that history behind it, it was so unexpected and surprising and really cool. And it's so mind blowing. Like I was thinking the other day, like that we're getting another game where we actually get to see an advancement in Samus's story.
It's
We've
crazy.
been seeing it's been seeing her same story over and over again, and it's so cool. I don't know, like it's literally like I was looking at how like um the producer, what's his name, or the
Sakamoto.
creator, there you go, that he already has like that this is gonna be the end of this story arc, and he already has plans for Samus. And it's like I was thinking about how that's so cool, like it could
Yeah.
be anything. Like there's so much to explore, like in space and the Samus, I don't know, like some evil villain somewhere or something, I don't know.
Hmm.
And it's just so cool. It's really cool. Um, so that was really exciting. Um, so yeah, I think that was like the biggest highlight for me. Um, and then I have other things like I think Advance Wars coming back. It's really cool. I mean, it's one of those franchises that I always hear good things about it. Advance Wars, um, and so a lot of people, wanted that, but it's sort of one of those franchises that people sort of like gave up on and like, okay, well that franchise is forgotten. It's never coming back. So it was cool to see this remaster coming.
Yeah.
Um, developed by what Wave Forward Games, so that's also cool. And then surprisingly, like some games for like an Xbox, the Xbox presentation,
Yeah.
really caught my attention. Well, that they were shown, right? Because some of these are not gonna be. Well, one of these is not gonna be like a exclusive, like Battlefield 2042.
Oh yeah.
That game looks insane. Looks
It,
really fun.
yes.
Um, so and that was surprising to me because like I'm usually not like a that type of it's games that don't really catch my attention usually.
Hmm.
Um, but again, that looks really cool and really fun to play with others. And then Stalker 2 as well, like that looks really cool. Uh, I feel like there's, I don't know, I feel like we need more horror games or like scary games. And I think that the trailer like for Stalker 2 sort of did it for me. It's really interesting. So that was definitely one that caught my attention. Um,
Right.
which again, very surprising because like I'm usually not that type of the person who likes those games or are interested in those games. Um, and then the last one was Replaced. Uh, just the visuals in the game. I think it could be like really. It could be one of those indie games that knocks it out of the park. You know, like Ori and Cuphead. You know, like those big games, big or those big indie games that become big.
Hmm.
Like what's it called? Like more mainstream. And that they're really that they break out of that boundary of like just an indie game. Um, so yeah, I think those five things were like my highlights for for E3.
Yeah. Before I toss it over to Jose, I do want to add a couple that came to mind.
Hmm.
I also want to do replace. I want to give a shout out to, definitely awesome
Yeah,
looking game. Um, in the Summer Games Fest, there was Metal Slug Tactics,
right.
and that game, like, it has a lot of nostalgia for people that are our age, a little older, a little
Hmm.
younger probably, that remember the arcades and how cool they were.
Yeah.
So that game looks awesome. And Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I did really enjoy Borderlands 2 the time I played it back on the PS3. And knowing that sounds like we're gonna be able to use magic, and the story is just gonna continue to be just like crazy, like it usually is in a Borderlands game, but just like new features and new things that it changes up the Borderlands formula. I'm looking forward to see gameplay of that, see how that shakes out.
Hmm. And also shout out to Elden Ring, just really quick.
Elden Ring,
Very
yeah,
cool.
Elden Ring, definitely.
Who? L.
All right, all right, Jose. Do you have any highlights?
Um, well,
I know it was kind of
I
rough.
yeah, not really. I mean, I do have I guess the biggest highlight for me from the entire thing is Metroid, um, Metroid Dread. Um, just because I mean, when we did our you know group reaction,
Oh yeah,
it obviously got the most emotion out of you and our boy Andres. And
right.
I don't know. That's even though I'm not too familiar with the franchise and I haven't played the games. Um, I'm planning on eventually. Um, it's nice seeing a fandom get something they've been waiting for so long. Um, and I think I don't know, like reveal that it really did capture what gaming is,
Hmm.
what it means to people, what the excitement. And um, I remember, I think it was before E3, the podcast we did before E3 weekend. Um, we were talking about how I kind of just wanted to experience the whole event, um, just
Right.
because I had taken, I think, days off from work, and just kind of to immerse myself in the event, in the different showcases. Um, and I mean, I'm sad to say that it was kind of a letdown. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Um,
Yeah.
just I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's probably because of the pandemic. It threw everyone off, and so that's understandable. But I think some of the reveals that they did, or some of the decisions that some of the um, presenters had, uh, were just kind of weird. This is the first E3, uh, like the post-pandemic E3, I guess, where things are getting better, and people are excited to see new things, and they're looking forward to new games. And I feel like uh, everyone at E3 should have taken advantage of that. Like, oh, let's celebrate, let's give them things to be excited for. And I feel like a lot of presenters dropped the ball on that. Um, the uh, uh, House of Ashes thing, like,
Oh.
why would you focus on just one game? Uh,
Mhm.
it's just bizarre. Like, it's a really weird choice, a decision to make. Um, when you could, I don't know, you could, the more the merrier, the more the better. Um, and so it was kind of a letdown. I'm not gonna lie. There weren't really a lot of impressive moments for me, but yeah, Metroid Prime. Sorry, Metroid Dread was was definitely a big highlight. And I would say it's the only highlight for me
Oh
from the
no.
entire event.
Ah,
but even Breath of the Wild was kind of a letdown. But
jeez.
that's a different conversation. Uh, but yeah,
Hmm.
uh, but I mean, it was good. It was good for what we got. I mean, we did get something, right? I mean, it wasn't just a mess. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was expecting a little more. But
Yeah. I do put some of the blame on the ESA, the people coordinating E3, for how
mhm,
it shook out because I feel like up like before it was getting close to the event, they weren't setting expectations right. They kind of wanted people to believe that E3 was going to return to form and it was going to be
right.
reach those excitement levels again.
Hmm.
They were just like, "Oh, look at all these people that are going to be here. Be excited." And little did we know that most of the people that showed up weren't willing or didn't have anything to
Hmm.
show. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, so I don't blame you for the for the reception you had. I would feel pretty much the same way. Yeah, and let's see. One question I do have is if there was a publisher developer that was firing on all cylinders, which one do you think would have been likely to get a highlight from you? Would it be Capcom? Would it have been Bandai Namco? Would it have been uh, Square?
Um, that's a good question. I haven't never thought about that. I mean, for one, I thought Bandai Namco was gonna was gonna talk about other stuff.
Hmm.
And there was actually something that I was looking forward to. I was joking with Luis and Marcos about how, oh, we're gonna get Pokemon Snap DLC at
Oh,
Bandai
right.
Namco presentation. Obviously, I was joking, um, but I had like my eyes on them for whatever it is that they want to release. But um, I don't know. I think all of them. I think if I had to choose, though, it'd probably be Capcom. Um, just because with all of the games they could have like teased, like not even like announced or anything, just like tease, or uh something to excite people, or like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like uh setting my expectations too high,
Mm,
but yeah, probably Capcom or
yeah.
Bandai Namco.
Hmm.
No offense to Square Enix. Chaos.
Yeah. Two. Thinking about that question, two predictions or like hopes that I had was for Capcom was I wanted to see a Dino Crisis like remake. Dino Crisis remake, and for Square Enix, I wanted to see because I really like Parasite Eve, like going back to the PlayStation era and playing those old games that had
Mhm.
like antiquated controls, like the old Resident Evils, things like that. The one that stood out a lot that holds up to me is Parasite Eve, and if Square would have said like Parasite Eve remake or something like that, that would have been I would have been crazy excited for it.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Like I remember, I don't know if it was in the previous E3 or no, I think it was like in their own little thing, but I think Xbox they revealed Perfect Dark. I think was it for their showcase.
Oh right, yeah, that was cool.
That was cool, exactly, and it's like those type of things that like, whoa, that's I didn't expect that, or that's you know, uh, I'm shook. It's those things that you're like, because like everyone has these expectations, and like Nintendo coming out and saying Breath of the Wild is coming, or new Pokemon, or you know Mario Tennis 2 or whatever. Those are IPs that we are familiar with, and of course the hype is there, and of course people are gonna get hyped. But
Hmm.
if they were to be like, oh, F-Zero is coming back, or like just something completely unexpected, that people were not even considering when doing their predictions, I think those are the moments that are just like exciting, and it's like, oh, like the possibilities are endless. um, like Jack and Daxter,
Oh, oh,
just crazy things like that. And
duh.
and I know that, I mean, those are like probably just way too high of expectations, but I don't know, it's just those moments that I feel like, again, with the whole post-pandemic thing, and E3 coming back, and if it's maybe considering those things and being like, oh well, let's give them something to celebrate for, or something to be excited for, and
Hmm.
they didn't deliver that way. um it kind of sucks a little,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just those unexpected moments, like the Joker being announced for Smash, unexpected. Nobody was even considering it, um and it happened, and
Hmm.
it was hype. um
Heck yeah.
so yeah, it's those moments that I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah. You and me both. I'd also be excited for like I don't know when Forspoken. Is it called something different now? Project Athia, Forspoken. It's called Forspoken now. New
Yeah,
IP
it's
like that.
Forspoken.
Yeah, Forspoken. New IP like that, dude. Like even stuff like that, like would scratch that itch that Jose was hitting on as well. At least for me.
Yeah. And I think I think Nintendo, I don't know. With Nintendo it's a little different, in terms of new IP, because they really don't they're not like releasing new IP every
Hmm.
year or whatever. Um, so I don't know. We For Nintendo we always have to wait like a couple of years before they start a new IP, or test the waters with a new IP. But but yeah, I mean, Sony and um, Xbox, the new IP that they have the potential of announcing, to get people hyped. Which I think they do a pretty good job with that. At the state of play when they announced Kina and
Hmm.
Stray, which we still haven't heard anything from. That's on my list, by the way. I don't know if I'm gonna have to drop it, but my fantasy team.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's those games that are like, oh, okay, that looks interesting.
Right, right.
Stray's an apprentice, right?
I want to say yes. I feel like that's right. Hmm.
Because there's a showcase, an apprentice showcase coming up. So maybe it appears there.
Hmm.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I, th- I had something on my mind, but I kind of forgot. Anyway, do you guys have any thoughts before we go ahead and close out the podcast?
Mm, no, just looking forward to what's next. I know that there was a lot of stuff that was left out, particularly with Nintendo, um, and so hopefully they have other presentation. I mean, I'm sure they have other directs in store for us down the line
Hmm.
this year. So yeah, just looking forward to that, and looking forward to hearing more about some games that were already announced, like Stray that I just mentioned, down the line as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, nothing to add from my part either.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm good with my thoughts of what I said as well. So let's go ahead and end the podcast. We have been Roll Jump Media. We do this podcast. We also do streams, and we also have a website. So if you want to check us out on our website, see what we're cooking up there, that'd be awesome. If you want to drop a follow here, a subscription to see, subscribe to YouTube to see what we're our latest stuff coming out. That would be awesome as well. We're also on social media. So if you type in Roll Jump Media plus your social media, we see if we're on there. We're on multiple different social media sites, and we'd like to have you in the community. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed E3, and I hope you're enjoying your games that you have, games that are coming out, games that are old, new. As long as we're having fun with video games and enjoying our pastime, that's what it's all about. Thank you very much for watching. And before we sign off, do my co hosts have anything to say to our audience?
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you for listening. Go play some Monster Hunter Stories demo.
Oh, that demo did
It's really cool.
drop.
Hmm.
Cool. All right. All right. We'll catch you next time, everybody. Have a good day. Peace out.